So with most of the straps, oh, we have a new teacher in the house. Okay, so I have my assistant here. Mary is my assistant. Okay, so sometimes, so now listen, some of them work better than the other. The white one a little stiffer, but with the other ones, if you just take the tail and pull on the tail, you can adjust it like that. Instead of going into the ring and undoing it, okay, like so. So here, I'll give you this one because it's easier. Yeah. So let's see if that white one works. Yeah, this one is a little, you need more muscles for that one. Little bit. Yeah, this one is, in a way, those are better. The white ones actually, because you want them to stay, sturdy. So, yeah, but you'll be okay for the most part. Okay, good morning. The strugglers will join whatever they do. Yin Yoga, I'm so excited to be here. Really, it is my favorite practice to practice and to teach because it allows us the opportunity to go inward. It's a work in rather than a work out. And with all the busy lives that we all have, we don't really have the opportunity, or well, we might have the opportunity, we don't make the opportunity to slow down and to check in. And even though we want to feel peaceful and calm and zen, we have no idea how to do that. Okay, so this practice teaches us and gives us the opportunity. I will remind the team yoga doesn't really target, or we don't focus on the muscles. So rather than engage the muscles, because if you contract the muscles for the long period of time that we hold yin poses, you might stress your tissue too much. So you want to let go of the muscles and focus more on your joints and the fascia, the connective tissue. We coming in, this is your garden. Your body is your garden. There are lots of weeds in there right now. So you're gonna try and weed out all of those weeds and try to replace those with little seeds that grow beautiful flowers and fruits and vegetables, maybe organic, okay? So look at it as if you're breathing in this energy where your breath becomes your invisible muscle. So you're visualizing how you're stressing that tissue. And then the more space you create, the more you're weeding out, the more space there is for little seeds to grow, a renewal. We will get started seated. You can sit on the floor in cross-legged if that's available for you. We won't be here for very long. Or you can sit, if you have trouble with your knees, here's another way. You can just sit on your bolster like so with your knees upright. Okay, so those are two options. Take your palms over your thighs, relax your shoulders down. Tracy, if you're just joining us, welcome. Please make sure you have a strap that is looped. And take a moment, notice your sit bones, notice your shoulders over your sit bones. That means your knees may be coming up a little bit. And before we get settled all the way down, just take your palms over your knees and now just half a circle from the right anti-clock to your left knee and from your left knee to your right knee, just mobilizing some of those joints. And again, breathing. Notice if there are any discomforts on the way, little stiffness. Breathe in and breathe out. Then notice how at one point you may held your breath. Through your practice today, allow your breath to be. I often catch myself, that's like my new awakening. I realize I'm not really breathing long breath. It's just shallow breath. So we want to think of expanding that rib cage, What helps a lot is to breathe into a count of 3 or 4 and then hold your breath and then exhale slow. Take your hands behind you, lift your knees upright, open your feet wide, and now just a little drop of the knees to the left, take your right hand up and over. Breathe into the back ribs to the count of 3 or 4. Slowly come up, inhale, drop it over to the right, reach your left hand, breathe to the count of 3 or 4. Slowly come up, good. And now cross your legs the other way, the way that you don't want to go, the opposite way. Bring your hands to your heart center. And now breathe in to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slow, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, expand your ribs, 2, 1. Pause, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, shine a brighter light, 2, 1. Pause, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Expand your breath. Shine your light. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Open your eyes. This is wonderful medicinal way to really check in with your body. When you're breathing and you pause, there is mindfulness, and then there is change and growth in your body. So here is how we're going to start. The pillow, one pillow next to you may be available. Today we're going to do banana asana, but on our belly. I played with it today. I love the way, the subtle way it reaches the spine and the low back and so on and so forth. So just watch for a moment. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Make a pillow for a moment with your hands. And then walk your torso to the right. Lift your chest to the right, as far to the right as it's comfortable for you. And now your left ankle over the right. If you feel you went too far, bring your legs in a little. Both hip points on the floor. And now extend your left arm. And then rest on your right palm or on a pillow on the right side. Be gentle, don't overdo it. So walk, legs wide. Lift your rib cage to the right. Lift your rib cage to the right. And now extend your left hand, straighten your left arm, bend your right elbow and rest on your right palm. Both hip points on the floor. Now take your left ankle over the right ankle. Oh, I just adjusted my back. Breathe into the back body. Feel free to put a pillow under your right, under your forehead. Or just rest on your right palm and now relax the muscles. For a moment, visualize your body has those little rubber bands and you're releasing those rubber bands. And now use your breath. If you have glasses, maybe you want to move your glasses if they're in your way. And now trace the sensations of your stretch. And then shine your light in there and send your breath like it's an invisible, like you have arms inside of your breath that is reaching. Keep breathing there. And then find your edge. If you feel like this is plenty, it's just nice, always remember you are further than where you feel you are when you come out of the pose. So it's better to be conservative, 20-30%, and then find stillness. You're going inward, try to find both hip points on the floor. And now breathe into that. Relax your shoulder joints. Relax your hips, your legs. And then keep on scanning your body. Notice what you're holding on to. As you're diving deeper into the connective tissue, the fascia has memory and it has emotions and a lot of sensory. So as you reach another layer, your sensations will change and so will your behavior. So try to arrange and evolve into where you are every step of the way. Maybe the count of 4 and holding 5 and exhaling 6 will help. And feel free to either back off a little bit or to deepen. That's the only time we want to move in the yin practice, is to find a new edge or a different edge. And can you notice different sensations maybe you didn't even feel before in a different pose? And how can you treat that sensation with your breath? And your pillar of light is like a little flashlight radiating there. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. And when you pause, fill up that balloon with your breath and the pressure as you're stressing that connective tissue. And look at it. Even if it feels uncomfortable, look at it. And from that sensation, exhale it out and let it go. And as you're breathing in and you're diving, you're sneaking your breath into those layers. At the same time, you're trying to keep your nervous system nice and calm. Notice where your habits snuck up on you. And allow yourself, give yourself permission to feel uncomfortable. That's huge. The minute I said to my nervous system, you know what, I'm okay feeling a little uncomfortable. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Breathe in. Slowly, slowly, rest on the left side of your body. You're gonna be here on the left arm, just for a moment, as you're coming out of there. Take your top leg behind you. Take a moment just to transition slowly. So you'll be on your left side, Almi, on your left side, left arm. And now breathe into where you felt those sensations. And then slowly come all the way to your back into constructive rest. Sacrum on the floor. Knees together, feet apart. Relax your arms in a T position. And take a moment here. Now just a couple of movements to relax the nervous system. Make a little fist with your hand, very soft. And then bend your elbows and bring your fist towards your heart center. And extend your arms towards the ceiling. Open your palms up. Make a fist and bring your hands to your heart center. Slow. Open your arms to a T. And open your palms. Stay here for a breath or two. Breathe into your back body. You're giving yourself an internal massage, especially when you felt the work. And find that softness around the edges. Breathe. Relax your shoulder joints, your elbows, your wrist. Even though you think you're relaxed, notice how much more. Open your mouth for a moment. Exhale it out. With your next breath, roll over to the side and come again to your belly. Your legs are as wide as your mat. Make a pillow with your hands. And now scoot your chest to the left. Yeah. Take your left ankle over the right, and now extend your right arm. Is it?
Right arm.
Your right arm, right leg. Mary, sorry, the wrong leg. Right over left. Right leg over left. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Right over left. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we're stretching this side. Yeah. Breathe in and take your legs to the left, Mary. Take your legs to the left. So right over left. Right. So take your legs. You went too far. Open your legs wide. There. Take your right to the left. No. Press those hips down. Find your edge. So your legs will be towards the left corner of your mat. The left corner. Your feet towards the left corner of your mat. So you have like a little lateral rounding, like a banana. Feel that? And then breathe, hip points to the floor. And once you found your edge, keep unwinding those little rubber bands in your body. And allow your breath to become the invisible muscle, like you have arms that reach into where you feel. And your little light is like the main player here, but it's very subtle. It's kind of like behind the scenes. So it's the flashlight, and it's the aromatherapy oil, and it's the soft voice that guides you. And it's also the voice that calls you back when you find yourself lost in your thoughts. It brings you back home. Or if you feel that you're struggling, like you're really way out of your comfort zone, maybe that voice is telling you, you know what, back off a little bit. Don't have to show or deliver 300%. Just be okay with 20%. Then it's also there to remind you, are you really breathing like you're supposed to? What happens when you pause and pause for 5 counts? See what happens. Can you feel the space between your vertebrae, your ribs expanding? And all of those little weeds within the joints, especially, starting to break in. And when we say that fascia, especially the dry tissue that is deep within the layers. So breathe in there. And then if you took a photograph of yourself, can you find yourself like jelly-like? That's your idea, is to be less rigid and more fluid. Your breath is flowing fluidly. And when you get stuck, you pause, acknowledge it, look at it, and from that place vacuum those weeds out of your body. And even though you're doing a little challenging something, in the back of your mind, you know this is temporary, this is beneficial. And you're doing all of that from a place of compassion and love. Try to find both hip points on the floor and see how that changes the dynamics. And breathe in there. And use the power of your breath. Use the power of your breath. Every breath, at least 3 counts or 4. Every breath has a pause. At least 4 or 5 count. And an exhale that is at least 6 counts. Slow. And every time you're exhaling, you're mindful that you are weeding out those toxins out of your body. And you're weeding out the negative thoughts. And you're releasing rubber bands in your thoughts, in your mind. And notice the quality of your breath. Within 6 or 7 breaths, you should feel something evolving, changing within your body. Visualize the softness of your fingertips and your finger pads. There's softness traveling all the way down your body. Inhale. Breathe into your back body. Breathe into your back body. And you stripping those layers of that fascia with the power of your light and your breath. And the longer you pause, the quicker you're going to transform and evolve inside of your body. The more you're circling the exchange of those toxins and nutrients. Ever so slowly, release your legs, flip your left leg behind you, and rest on your right arm just for a breath or two. Just stay here to transition. Oh, you can make noises. Breathe in there, feel it. And empty, empty. Use kindness and gentleness in your body. Breathe. And now slowly flip over to your back. Very scoot down a little so you can open your arms just down that way. A little bit that way. And then open your arms in a T, constructed rest, sacrum on the floor, knees together, feet apart. Turn your palms up. Make a little fist, a soft fist, bend your elbows and bring your fist to your heart center. And then reach your arms over the ceiling. Open your palms facing each other. Over your heart, over your heart, over your heart. There. And now make a fist, bend your elbows to your heart center, soft. And now open your arms to the right and left in a T position. And breathe here. Take a moment, sacrum on the floor. And now you're fertilizing all that beautiful work you just did. Breathe into that. and especially where, or you may feel a little residue of what you just did. Rather than get nervous, shine your light in there. That's a part of the process, is to go through those little cobwebs and to be okay feeling uncomfortable, because we know there is a beautiful seed waiting for me on the other side. Notice the quality of your breath, at least 3 to 4 counts. Notice your feet against the floor, the groundness of sacred shoulder blades, back of your skull, back of your arms. And we try to create a sense of communication through every cell in the body. And we pause where there is a little congestion in there. Rather than put a band-aid on it, we try to break into that little something, whatever that is. Injury, memory, trauma. With your next breath, roll over to the side and come up to a seat. We'll continue to dragonfly. For this one, if you know that you're very, very tight, feel free to sit on your pillow. And when you sit on your pillow, sit way back, right towards the middle of your pillow. So when you come forward, that's one way. And then you can just take your hands, breathe in here. If you have herniated discs, keep your spine straight, right? Rather than rounded. Okay, there's some variation that you can round your spine. It's not necessarily bad. It's just that if you have issues, it's better to keep it straight. The other way is if you have your little, feel you can use your little big ball there, little big ball. That's a paradox. I'm going to borrow this for a second. And then you could take a block and make a tower. Elbows, and make a pillow with your heels of your hands. Relax your knees, your feet. Some of you that have a little bit more can come with your palms on the floor and forehead on the block. I like to turn my palms up because it allows me to stay more receptive rather than shutting down. Okay. So. Breathe here, yes. This is another option. And then eventually you can just bring your hands a little closer. And then forward. Breathe in and breathe out. And now visualize, notice how, I don't know if it's such a good example, but imagine your legs were freezing cold. You were outside snow. And then you're coming home into the heat and you can feel how the warmth coming through your body. Okay, melting that little snow. So feel that. Visualize that your muscles are melting, and all you can eventually visualize is your bones. Heavy, heavy inside of your skin. Now your breath can flow through that. Now the power comes from your breath, especially through your back body. Breathing to at least a count of 3 or 4. Pause for at least 4 or 5. and shine a brighter light when you pause, because there's tension, and through that tension you want to shine a brighter light to try to keep your nervous system still calm. And when you acknowledge where you are at that particular breath, that's when you exhale slowly. And then you notice what happens the next breath. When you feel you cannot breathe any longer, pause and shine a brighter light. And as you pause, your body is giving you a perfect photograph of where you are in your body at that particular breath. And breathe. Relax your shoulders. Relax your knees. Inhale and exhale. Better. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. This one. Breathe in and breathe out. And now again, can you undo some rubber bands in your body? And immediately there's a rush of flow of breath. Deep breathing there. Breathe into your back body. So in Yin Yoga, we don't really focus so much on the alignment, because with alignment comes muscle engagement. Hold it. If anything, we're trying to bypass the muscles and breathe. And as you scan your body, notice where do you need to let go of, and breathe in. And imagine your breath has all of those arms reaching through your body. Exhale. That. Exhale. Inhale. Here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. With your next breath, back off just a little bit from where you are. Maybe your hands go behind you. Just wiggle your feet a little bit, right and left here. Like a waterfall, all the tension coming off your body. Bring your feet towards one another, bend your knees, and then lay on your back. Once again, if you had your pillow, move the pillow. Constructive rest. Open your arms out. Sink your sacrum down to the floor, your shoulder blades, the back of your scalp. Make a little fist with your hands, bend your elbows and bring your hands to your heart center. And all the way up to the ceiling. Open your palms like a lotus flower. Feel that energy opening your heart. Make a little fist. Bring your fist to your heart center. And then open your palms to the right and left. Maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your dog, maybe it's your cousin, your dad, your mom. Sending that love. That's why we do this kind of work. We do this self-care so we can give selflessly around us to whoever it is. Relax your shoulders, your feet, and again, you're training your nervous system to learn how to let go, to be able to control the knees, the shoulders, the mind, the thoughts. Can we give ourselves a little space of less control and just be? We do it little by little. We start with the practice, with the self-care, and then we learn to do this more and more. For many years, I felt guilty saying the time to take care of me first. I didn't even know what that meant. And then I planted a seed. I listened to a program and somebody said, you need to own it. And what does own it mean? So I decided, okay, I'm just going to do something little for me. And then I noticed that it really benefited me and benefited the people around me because I was able to be calmer, more patient. And over time, I felt like, well, I need to do more of that. With no excuses, with no justification. And my people, my family especially, started to recognize that's me. I'll do everything you need me to do to help you, but I need to do this for me first. So how can you plant a little seed for self-care? It could be 5 minutes a day. It could be just breathing in your car before you go to work, before you come home. Slowly bend your knees and come up to a seat. We're gonna go into sleeping swan. That's in regular yoga is called pigeon. If you have any knee issues, okay, there's always a great option. I like to put a block, maybe even 2, under my leg and just go to the figure 4 and rest here. Second modification will be to go to a little divine twist variation. So your back leg, instead of being straight, it's bent. You can start that way by all means, and then rotate your chest forward. You could rest on pillows or your hands or blocks. And then after a little while, you might say, okay, well, I think I'm okay. I created a little space and now I can just back off to this variation. So remember, less is more. We're starting with the left leg bends. Less is more. Start where your body can grow into wherever that is. So left. You can take your right leg behind you, rotate your ribcage forward. And like I said, you can use your bolster here. You can also put your arms, look at me for a moment, you can put your forearms on the floor and then your forehead on the pillow or on a block. And even though we're targeting the hips, everybody will feel it differently, but energetically, breathe into that right hip. So if your left knee is in front, Colin, I think you are the opposite. No, left in front. No, you left leg in front. You're good. Left leg in front. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Left leg in front, right leg back. Yeah. So breathe into that right hip without using your muscles. Just send your energy. Energetically, your right hip is trying to come down towards the floor. And breathe. Relax your shoulders here. I always like to open my mouth first. So I'm not tensing up. And breathe. Yes. So this. And breathe. Guys. Look at it. Look at it. Pause. Pause. And then exhale. Better. Breathing there. Give yourself permission to feel uncomfortable and breathe into that. Looking at it, pause. That's the key, is to pause. Exhale, let it go. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. And as you scan your body, where can you let go? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Soften, 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 soften. Just breathe into that. Inhale, use your breath, use your breath. Use your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly, slowly come to your hands. Shift your body to the left and come to your back. Oh, take a moment here. Rest on your back. From your knees right and left, just reset. Sacrum on the floor. Back of your shoulder blades. Sacrum, back of your skull. Notice your feet grounded. Constructive rest. Open your arms in a T. Bring your knees together, feet apart, bend knees. And again, make that little fist soft. Bend your elbows to your heart center. Lift your palms to the ceiling. Open your little flower. And then go backwards. Make a fist to your heart center. Open your arms right and left. Take a moment here. Give yourself this fertilization, internal massage, especially when you felt or feel the residue of what you just did. Breathe in there. And radiate that inner light all the way deep within you. And as you scan your body, notice where you might be holding tension. Can you change that? Try to dive with your inner light to another layer of your being. And allow your breath to be at least 3 or 4 counts. Allow your pause to be at least 4 or 5 counts. And allow your exhalation to be at least 6 to 7 counts. Feel that with the work you already have done, you can breathe a little bit longer. You may feel a little more movement in your body internally. If you're staying in the second in the prone supine variation of the swan, stay here, and this time your right ankle will be over your left knee, over the blocks, or you're coming up to a seat. Yeah, you might be okay on the other side. Give it a try. Give it a try. Okay, so this time your right leg is in front. You can start with a little bent knee first. And bring your torso forward. You can put a pillow or block under your forehead. And this might be like, oh, I feel like this is really nice. I'm going to stay here and I can see how I'm opening gently with my breath, with my light. Maybe halfway through, you might say, you know what? I think I might try and see what happens. And I'll straighten my leg. And if you feel like, whoa, you don't want it to be a 10, you want it to be about 3 or 4. And if you're with the bent knee, maybe instead of straightening your leg, you might take the knee, the back knee, further away from you a little. And just relax your shoulders. Use your breath. Use your breath as if it is a muscle. Every breath, at least 3 or 4 counts. Soften your jawline, separate your lips and your teeth for a moment. Breathe. And now look at this opportunity beyond just the work. What do we store in those little joints? How can we get in and visit there in a safe environment with our inner wisdom to liberate ourselves? This kind of work is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic. So we change those little poses because we also stimulate different energy channels, nadis, chi, breathe. And now you're having that inner conversation with what you feel, where you feel. How are you conducting this? Are your habits involved here? Do you need to change that? Can you reach with your breath like a longer arm, reaching deeper and further into your body? And your light is like a little flashlight that is able to reach before your breath even. Inhale for a count of 3 or 4 at least. Exhale. And when you pause, feel the tension you're creating, but shine a brighter light so you have more clarity where you are. And from there, you vacuuming, you sweeping out the toxins. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Don't move muscles, but more breath. Energetic. Visualizing magnetic energy pulling your left hip down, not your muscles, not your muscles. Breathe. And now visualize a big balloon at your back body, expanding your spine to the right and to the left. And sometimes it's hard to breathe through the back body because there's a lot of compression, but give it something. And over time, you start to feel a little more and a little more. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. Here is your learning. This is the school of life. Am I doing good work but from bad habits? How can I do good work and change the pattern of my reaction? Can I create that little softness around the edges? And then you catch yourself doing it again, and then you correct it again and again and again. And one day, your pattern, the space between your habits, you can go further away or further out with less intensity. Slowly, slowly bring your hands close to you, shift to the left, and lay on your back. Oh, how we doing? Ay, ay, ay. All right, give yourself some love here. Drop your knees a little, right and left. Resetting your SI joint. And you're going gentle. Remember, you just came from the stillness, one place that it's very, very deep. Your movement coming out of it is also very slow. We're not going like a rubber band here. It's gentle and it's a small range of motion. Now, every time we do that little reset, we're allowing the synovial fluid, the blood flow, the exchange of those chemicals in the body, nutrients, toxins leaving the body, including thoughts, negativity, emotions. Breathe in here. One more time, open your palms in a T position. Make a little fist and bend your elbows to your heart center. Each time it's softer and deeper. And then travel up and open your palms. And then make a fist and bend your elbows to your heart center. And open to the right and left. Excellent. All right. So now slowly come up to a seat. We're going to go into our little deer pose. So hopefully my goal for you by the time you leave today, your spine will be hydrated, a little bit more mobile, okay? Because we worked on it very gently through the practice, and of course your hips and your shoulders. So now we're gonna kind of like put together all the stuff that we did, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy this more. So if you have two pillows, I would say stack your two pillows vertical. That means it's long. Maybe a block towards the third top of your pillows. Your left hip is adjacent to the pillow, just watch, and your right knee behind, just like we were doing that little swan. Now lift your chest up and then come all the way over. Palms on the floor, your left cheek will be on the floor to start with. Let it settle down, relax your hips. Oh, let me stay here. At one point, you may turn your right cheek to the most. I don't recommend doing that right away. Start easy, yes. Breathe here. You want a little more, take your top knee further behind you. If you want a little less, bring your top knee towards your bottom knee, okay? So that's too far forward, Mary, maybe. Take that top knee behind you. How are you? Where are you? Left knee, forward. Sideways, you're gonna be facing the leg. There you go. Yes. Hip, here. Yeah, yeah. And now lift your chest up. There you go. Okay. Breathe in, relax your forearms, and if you want more, this knee goes behind a little or less. Keep breathing. Relax your shoulder. Take your glasses off so you can relax. All right, Mama, relax your shoulders. How are we doing here? Feels good? Breathe. Inhale, relax your shoulders. Sleep it, Mama, bend it. There. Keep breathing. To protect your hips, it's this hip. Relax. There. There. It's better. Keep breathing. Now, energetically, you're rolling your left ribcage towards your right ribcage and your right ribcage towards the floor, but it's not your muscles. Just breathe that way. Breathe from left to right. From left to right. Use your breath to unwind. Breathe here. There. Breathe in there. Relax your arms. And now visualize how you're bringing into that fascia, that connective tissue, with your laser light, light. Your light gets deep in the cracks before your breath can get there. And then it sprays this aromatherapy oil. And then your breath can get and weed out whatever that is. And then you go again, and maybe this time you're still stuck in that same place. Look at it. Breathe and pause. And take a little photograph. Notice where you are in your body. Where do you need to back off? Where do you need to deepen your breath? Where do you need to pause with your breath? And where do you need to shine a brighter light? Maybe you want to test and see your right cheek on the pillow and see if you need to open or you found something, or where you are is more than enough. Shoulders away from your ears. And now you cannot use your muscles to break into that, but you can shine your light in there and breathe like you're chiseling through that connective tissue. And take advantage of breathing into that mid-back, that little spiral, because that area doesn't really get enough attention. And then wherever you are, slowly push the floor. And simply lay on your back on your pillows. out of there, wherever you are. Feel is fast asleep, in the zone. That's a good thing. There. Breathing, lay on your back. Then go through the little photo album. What did you feel? Where did you feel? Where were you able to shine a light and dive a little deeper into your being with love and compassion? So if you feel a little residue, your medicine is your light, your breath, your light, your breath, again and again and again. Keep on reminding yourself that your body is designed to heal. It's not there to punish you. You just need to understand it and how it works. As I said that little treadmill started to walk on its own. It has its own brain. All right. Bend your knees to the floor, constructive rest. And again, do your little T with the fist open. And you can do this at home. If somebody, like you had a stressful day or whatever the reason is, just do that before you come out of bed. Bend your elbows to your heart center and open to the ceiling. And then bend your elbows with your fist to your heart center and open out sideways. Massage your hips side to side. Breathe. Now slowly, slowly come up to a seat. Find your pillows vertical with your block set up. And this time your right hip is glued to your pillows. You want to make sure that your low back or side is really supported here. Like push it all the way in. Okay, see how my knee is facing the wide part of the mat. My knee, yeah, there. Scoot, scoot your, yes, there you go. Scoot, 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 lift your chest up, 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 rotate. Maybe a pillow under your blocks will allow you to put your arms comfortably on the floor. Oh, this is so good, so good. Oh my gosh, breathe in there, enjoy it. And again, less is more, breathe into your midsection there. And this is one, I suppose, that really allows you to introduce yourself to that parasympathetic nervous system. It's almost like a magnet. To this is feels good. I would like to do more of that. I would like to feel more like this. Make sure your hips are right, pillow come up even more, all the way in, all the way. Yeah, right inside of your hip there. Even more there. Get your pillows all the way to your hip, like super glue, like Siamese twins. There. There you go, better. Breathe in here. And now you already know the techniques of shining the light deep within your body. Breathe into the count of at least 3 or 4. Pause. The pause is the key for transformation. Because when you pause, like when you're taking a photograph, you get a photograph of where you are at that particular moment. Your body is nice enough to tell you This is where I need your breath. This is where I need your attention. And you say, oh, okay, I feel you. I acknowledge you. I'm breathing into you. And from there, you vacuum all the toxins, all the weeds out of your body. And go the second and the third and the fourth cycle, the same thing. And all of a sudden, you may feel that it's easier to breathe into your back body. You may be even able to breathe for longer than 3 or 4 counts. And you started to gain that mobility rather than being constricted. You're creating freedom. And when you have freedom in your body, you also have freedom in your mind and your soul. And always the second parallel scanner is, did my habits sneak up on me? Am I doing good work with bad habits? How can I change that? How can I soften the edges? And allow myself to be a little more receptive, more vulnerable. Surrendering to doing less because less becomes more, because I'm wise enough to know that. All of you have practiced for a long time. Because you're overly strengthened or overly stretched, it doesn't mean you're going to be stretched out and flexible or strong. It takes time and effort. The opposite, you're going to get hurt and it's going to give you a setback. So then you, a smart technician is like, oh, my ego got into me. And it gets into you again and again until you hit the rock bottom. And then you become wise because you already have done all of those other things that don't benefit you. How long is your breath? Maybe you turn your cheek the other way, just taste the water. And it might feel a little uncomfortable to begin with, but stay there as long as you possibly can. And you may come back, but maybe give it a try and see. Breathe into that new chapter in your body. And now you have to use a lot of CPR breathing. That means you're shining a lot of light. You're breathing. Your breath may not be very long, but you're just pumping that tissue with your breath and your light. Your breath and your light until it feels a little bit more comfortable. That's where that compassionate conversation is going in there. I know it feels a little tense, but I'm here. We're trying to unwind that tension in the body. We're trying to heal the body. And now with the next breath, bring your hands by your chest. Slowly push and come back to your back. Whoa, roll your back. Reset. Notice the fluidity, the blood flow, the synovial fluid. And now once you read it, you have to fertilize. You have to fertilize that tissue. out of there. See, when you feel good, you lose time. So I have to wake up only here. I love that. I love that. That's exactly what it is. You see, when you are in your parasympathetic nervous system, there's no, you don't even hear the noise around you. You have no concept of where you are except for when you are inside. That's magical. Once in a while, we're lucky enough to get that. When we do, you never lose it. It becomes a part of your skin. Okay, so here we are. Here's your little strap. The tail I've left the best for last. The tail is facing you. You still have your little setup here. And it's nice to have the little pillow. The block to elevate a little. So you're gonna take the strap around your hips, soles of the feet together. The buckle is on the side. Get the strap through the inner and over your feet. So you have a loop, yeah. Lift and lengthen your tailbone, that's important. And then find you want your low back to be supported. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. And now you could pull that strap until you feel tight enough. Okay, now come and help you guys. If you like blocks diagonal behind your knees, that will help you to relax a little. Okay, let's find you here first. Two pillows will be good. Okay. Yes. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. It's good. Just let's move it away from you. Let's take the pillow closer to you. Breathe. Yes. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your heart, breathe, widen the collarbone, energetically again. And then notice where you're holding tension the most. Shine your light in there and try to melt the resistance. Use your breath in there. Relax your knees, your ankles, your shoulders. This particular pose really holds a lot of tension, so try to deplete. Notice the heaviness and then shine your light and try to surrender. And you have to be a good technician and you have to scan your body up and down through your ankles, your knees, your hips, your inner groins, your shoulders. And wherever you feel it the most, that's where you need to focus the most. Your breath, your pillar of light. Breathe in, breathe out. How you doing? Okay. I'm going to protect you better. Breathe in. And again, where can you shine a little more light? Relax your knees, your hips, your chest, your ankles, your fingers. Look at this particular pose as a situation in your life. It could be you're trapped in a situation, there's not much you can do about it. But how can you react differently? How can you use your best wisdom to find a little light within that little situation? So right now, we don't have to worry about the shoulders because they have nothing to do with this, and the mind has nothing to do with it. So just focus where you are and find the light, and target your light right there. And then allow your breath to follow. Try to resist less and breathe more. We're almost there. With your next breath, don't come out yet. Take your hands outside of your knees. And now outside of your knees, outside. And now resist your legs to your hands as you bring your knees towards each other. Resist as you come back in. Yep. Good. And now lift your feet and take the strap out of your way. And take the strap out of your hips. Take a moment here, hug your knees to your chest and open your knees right and left. Do whatever feels good. You can move your pillows out of the way and do a little happy baby or bring your knees to your chest. We've done all of this beautiful work to get to this stillness of our final pose, Shavasana. If you want to cover your eyes, if you want to put pillows under your knees, do whatever feels good for you. allow the body to settle down. Acknowledge the rush of your blood now, the synovial fluid through your body. And simply let it go. Since I did a lot of guidance today, I'm going to let you have this quiet moment, but before you do, come back to the little light. Imagine the little magic marker that traces your body with this illuminated light. And then everything from the inside reaches the edges of your skin, creating that space you already have. And then with every exhalation, you're coming into a ball of light to your heart center. As you're breathing in, tracing your body. And as you're breathing out, a ball of light. The next breath. Just bring your hands to your heart center. Gather that light into this beautiful sacred place that is with each and every one of us. Filled with compassion, love, gratitude, with a capital G, for being here, for being able to do this beautiful work, finding acceptance and forgiveness, first towards us and then towards others. So like you did today, from time to time, give yourself permission to take a little pause, reorganize your thoughts where you are. Where is the little light guiding you to create a sense of balance? Wiggle your toes. Walk your feet toward your chest. Slowly roll over to the side. Notice your toe point on Mother Earth. Feel that deep connection. Never fails us, always there to support us, nurture us. From that place, there's always what you take with you and what you leave behind you. Extend your top leg and come up to the seat. Face to your heart center. Feel the roundness and feel that light elevating you through the crown of your head, your little halo, your crown chakra. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Space trip. We had 2 sleeping students today in the zone. That was a good thing. Bye, Mamala. Take care. Good to see you. Bye, Trace.